Welcome back to the channel. We're coming to you live from the past for European Cringe Bingo!
Yay! We missed you.
We have a special guest for European Cringe Bingo, which is the only Nightwish. One of the OGs of cringy symphonic metal.
My favorite band of all frickin' time.
I think, Nightwish is the most fun to do because their fan base is the most mentally retarded of really most any fan base that exists, and it's beautiful to watch.
Kind of dumb, dude. You take everything we say so seriously. And
no,
so
I mean,
funny.
when I say that, I mean that I mean that in like the literal clinical sense. Like I don't know why Nightwish attracts it, but they've done a lot of those studies on how like super fans are very unintelligent compared to other people. So like Taylor Swift is a magnet for that. Nightwish is a magnet for that. Once you get these bands with like super fans, you just get a high concentration of very stupid people. And it's very interesting to watch. Nightwish is just a very openly passionate one. So it makes these episodes of European Cringe Bingo extra special for me just because people get more upset over nothing. And it's funny. So let's see what we could do based on the initial things. We got the free space. If you don't know, once we get bingo, oh God, wrong button. Once we get bingo, we end the song.
Yep.
So
let's get litty.
So we got they're not a protected European country. Only the UK and Italy get a pass. Let's see, what do we know from the thumbnail? The Day Of is a very basic song name, so we know that.
The Day Of is pretty basic.
We do have a female lead singer. It's a basic song name. We won't get song over 5 minutes. It's just under that. And I think that's all we have, which is a pretty good start for Nightwish. Lots of time, just by their thumbnail, we got a lot going. I can sense there's going to be bad CG and high school film cringe, but we have to.
Yeah, based on the vines up the walls.
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
A new virus has now been discovered. You may be infected by
Edgy. Instantly edgy. That was quick.
Just waste? I've always hated when it's just like, why are you squirting the whole fucking shit out, dude? Point to that.
Well, if it wasn't edgy already, we got that's
not human.
No, I mean, I think that's just a human with dry skin. We'll see.
several people have been evacuated from the site.
Yeah, because they're all dried out. They're humans. They're just dried out humans.
Approximately 100 people.
And now they're being propaganda'd or something. Oh my God, I forgot how bad their music sounds
so
sometimes.
Bad, dude.
Was this trying to be synthwave, like 80s style?
I think they're going for synthwave. It sounds synthwavey.
Woo! High school film cringe. We got that by doing we're doing what, a Clockwork Orange right now in 2024? Really? Okay. No melanin in sight, that's for sure.
Anti-melanin. Look how white they are.
Yeah. Remember that one time, was that Nightwish or was that Epica who did the super racist evolution of man? Either Nightwish or Epica did this thing where it showed like
fucking crazy.
It showed fish evolving into man, but after ape went black person and then white person was the final evolution. It was Nightwish? Okay.
We didn't even come from monkeys either, so it's just straight racism.
Well, I mean, we share a family tree with a variant of chimpanzees, so that's not fully inaccurate. I mean, it's not fully inaccurate. The funny part was going from monkey to black to white. It was fucking insane. Europeans are the most racist people, and they don't know it, and that's what's so strange. Oh, God. They try to be all virtuous, but I'm like, bro, you think Americans are racist? No.
This guy looks like old Greg, dude.
I'm old Greg!
Take shelter, floods are rising, the wrath of thunder is drumming, end of days for mankind and for your kin.
I'm gonna count that as cinematic vocals. Oh.
Yeah.
Let's get some bad camera angles and we're out of here. That was bad CG with the flakes. They were doing okay on the effects until those fucking flakes. They couldn't help it. I don't think this counts as cosplay, because it's not really... It's kind of that, but not... No, cosplay, I feel like you have to be dressing up as someone, not creating your own dystopian thing. So I'm not going to count this as cosplay. It's kind of cosplay, but not really in the spirit of what we mean when we think cosplay, I don't think. What is this? A shitty version of that one song? Because they're talking about like all the different like scare things and propaganda. Y2K, Martians Among Us. It reminds me of "It's the end of the world as we know it." You know, listening. Yeah. And the fact that it's synthwave reminds me of that even more, since that is from that era. Now we're in some Tim Burton shit. Interesting. This sounds like something that came from Nightmare Before Christmas. This part of the song, sonically, I don't fully hate at this moment, because I like that style, but it doesn't feel like it belongs.
It's definitely otherworldly. I mean, we might.
And this looks like this guy's about to turn into a sperm. Are they going to do that?
Something.
It's still bad CG, but not super bad for European standards. I'll give them that. For European standards, it's okay.
I was thinking the same thing.
It's bad, but it's S tier for Europe. Like, shout out. Yeah, Floor really ruins this band, and that's the irony, is that's what everybody loves about Nightwish modernly, except for the like anti-Floor part of Nightwish. They've got a weird feud.
Yeah, if I was in the band, I'd be
base.
like, well, everybody just fucking sucks her off, and I'm over here just making it.
But
good.
this song, like musically, is fucking boring too. It's not just Floor. It's very repetitive.
It was way better at the start before anything came in.
Like, I don't mind this part. Like, the kid choir part is fine, and that weird Tim Burton part is fine, but everything else in between it, which is what's taking up the majority of the runtime, is not it. Do we have anything else we can click from all this nonsense yet? No mythical creatures. Definitely low testosterone. Not in a church. It's not historic themed. We might just have to just suffer through this whole thing. Because the camera angles haven't been bad. You know, if we get some bad angles, I'll call it out, but the cinematography's been competent, which is rare.
Yeah.
Like but I'm not going to call it when it's not there.
Statues for now, I guess.
Statues aren't mythical creatures. Come on now. Random piano or synth, I'm sure there has been one. But we're going to have to wait for a bad guitar solo, which I don't even know if this is going to have a guitar solo. That might be a no guitar solo. They might survive.
They're fucking dumb.
They might survive. We'll see. We've got a lot of spaces, just none of them giving us that. I mean, not a lot for Nightwish, to be honest, because they've avoided churches and forests and landscape shots. They've avoided a lot of things that Nightwish always does. Maybe they're learning. Maybe they've been watching our videos. Nightwish is like, no, we'll make a bingo-proof video this time. Since they said Y2K, can we say historic theme? No, we can't. Like, they have historic themes because they're doing, like, the landscape of mankind, but that's not what we mean. We're talking about, like, when they cosplay as Vikings and shit. Like, this part's cool. That dun, dun, that musical shit's nice. This is boring. This dude's been flying through the abyss for a while. They gotta, like, where's the payoff? This guy's been flying through this green screen shot way too much of the video. Like,
in my opinion, I feel like we've entered some bad camera angles.
I was literally about to say that. I kid you not. The fact that we've done this shot so many times and it's such a bad shot.
They're getting worse too. They're getting worse.
I am glad you said that before I did, because that's exactly. I was like, we're fringing. If we do a few more of these shots, I'm checking bad camera angles because it's been the same shot.
And I know some of the shots are CGI, but it doesn't
it's
matter.
Just it's the same side profile of him. Like, keep we'll let it run a little. But they're on thin ice with that CG guy flying through the air. If we see that a couple more times, we're done.
Sure.
Again? Yeah, no. That I'm calling it. That is way too many times. I don't know what you're looking at, Todd. Stop looking at whatever you're looking at.
I'm looking at the screen.
That's too many times. That counts as bad camera angles now. I'm sorry, I was trying to be lenient, but you can't do it that many times. And they still do it later. Look, I'm scrubbing. It keeps happening. It keeps happening the whole video.
Probably goes all the way to the end.
It does. They really were proud of that until he gets launched into space.
Oh.
Wow. Is there a bad guitar solo? Would that have mattered? Because I would have had to found a random piano and synth too. But we'll see if there's a solo. No, they just went with no guitar solo. All right, well, European Cringe Bingo.
Longer than I wanted it to be. Fuck's sake.
Honestly, for Nightwish, that wasn't bad because Floor didn't do operatic vocals.
The video wasn't horrible, but oh my goodness, that was boring, bro.
Yeah, it was boring, but Floor didn't go operatic vocals, which is nice. The video was competent aside from that shot that they kept going back to.
Probably the best video they've ever done.
The best video I've seen from them. Honestly, if they didn't keep going back to that shot of the dude flying around, which even like right now, I'm going to go back to the screen. This is near the end of the video. Man's still flying. He's just in space now. Like, honestly... If not for that, they wouldn't have even gotten bingo. That it was a boring song, but if Nightwish was simply boring, I wouldn't, think of them so poorly. So I'm just going to assume in my headcanon that Nightwish has been watching these videos and trying to learn. You love to see it. You love to see growth. Still not a great thing, but that wasn't miserable, which usually Nightwish is pretty miserable like Epica, but that wasn't fully miserable. There were actually moments of that sounded good, so shout out. We'll see you guys on the next one. Any final words, Todd?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Love you.